On November 8th, Canada put an end to the SDS and NSC programs. This was the Student Direct Stream and the Nigeria Student Express. Essentially, the Student Direct Stream allowed for a streamlined way of processing study applications to Canada. This was a facility created for 14 countries, including India, China, Pakistan, Vietnam, Colombia, Brazil, and so on. The NSC was similar to the SDS, but it was specific to Nigeria. Now, any applications that were received before November the 8th, 2 p.m., that is Eastern Time, Canada Eastern Time, they would be processed according to the streams that they were applied through. So if you applied through the SDS before 2 p.m. on November the 8th, it would be processed according to the SDS. However, any applications that are going through after November the 8th have to go through the regular study permit route. So that means that all applicants worldwide now have the same study permit application system or program, and there is no specific system for a specific country anymore. In terms of implications, the GIC, which is the Guaranteed Investment Certificate, and language proficiency scores would not be mandatory anymore. That being said, you still have to cover all bases, and so now you would perhaps want to show something like a bank statement demonstrating that you have sufficient funds to support yourself while you're studying in Canada. In terms of language scores, it is still recommended that you attach, an IELTS score or a PTE academic score or any score, any equivalent score that is eligible, even if you're applying to a French institution. But you could also perhaps show a degree if you already have one from an eligible institution in an eligible country. So say you already have a degree from New Zealand from an institution where the medium of teaching is English, you might not need a language score in that case, right? Now, what it also means though is that your applications will now have to be more comprehensive because the more streamlined nature of the SDS is out of the window. And at this point, I think it's also worth mentioning that Canada has put an end to 10-year multiple entry visas as a standard procedure. What that means is you can still get a 10-year multiple entry visa, but now it is at the discretion of the visa officer. And if you are applying for a Canadian visitor visa for the very first time, it is likely that you might get a visa of a shorter duration. So this essentially means that a 10-year visitor visa is not guaranteed. And this is part of a broader policy shift that we are seeing in Canada, wherein they are looking to reduce temporary and permanent migration at this point.